This shot is gonna take a while because I'm doing a time blending. I really think I'm on the wrong side now. Oh, why? It's that good. Now there is a new one. There's a little bit of stream of excess rainfall. I'm finally set up for the first shot of the day, and it's gonna be a time blending. That means I'm gonna blend a lot of layers together and create one perfect photo. So I'm using the lights of the cars here and the city lights that we're on. And to make this shot possible, we needed, of course, a sturdy tripod, and that's what I want to talk about today in this video. I want to talk a little bit about tripods. And like you probably can see, the sky is blue. And the clouds are looking very nice, so I'm already starting to have a little bit of fear that I'm standing on the wrong side of this place, because the clouds behind us are looking super cool. Look at that, and that's where the sun is rising. But the predictions were so bad, so I thought it's gonna stay great today. So I'm just gonna focus on this shot and make this shot really cool, and then afterwards we're gonna go into the landscape, maybe to search for cool compositions in nature. But look at that, I really think I'm on the wrong side now. Oh, why? So this is the shot that I'm taking. Here down there's a staircase, and I'm including this in the shot, and underneath we got this bridge going over the water, and it's going into a curve. So I'm really liking that, and I'm using that like a little bit of leading a line, and also using the light rails of the cars. And maybe in the back there's a piece of land with a big tree on it. Maybe that would have been a cool shot from there to this side, because on this place we got a beautiful church that's lit up. But that's a little bit too late now for that, so we have to dedicate our time now for this shot. For us photographers, I think a tripod is one of the most important tools of our kit. But I think the tripod is the last piece of our gear that we have to take out of our bag or place on the ground before we take the shot. Because we first have to look for a composition, take out of the camera, put the lens on it, and then look with our camera what's the best place to place our tripod. And with all the talking, slowly we are getting the natural light in the landscape here. So I'm almost gonna wrap up here, because I want to go shoot in the landscape, or maybe in a forest here, because the sky is still gray, so there's not gonna be any sunlight onto the landscape. I'm gonna blend the natural light with the artificial lights of the city together in this beautiful composition here with this beautiful bridge. I got my camera set up here, like you can see, and I got my polarizer and filter on here in front of the lens, and besides me there's a little bit of stream of excess rainfall. And this is just an example for the next topic that I want to cover about tripods, because maybe you're wondering, why should I buy a tripod? Because all decent cameras these days have better camera stabilization and can also handle low light very well, so you can shoot handheld for a very long time. But like in conditions like this, you want to use an ND filter and you want to have a longer shutter speed, you need a tripod to keep your camera stabilized. Oh man, I hate not having a flip screen. Like I already told you, this composition isn't the best, but it's just for demonstrating purposes that I'm using this composition. And I'm focused here on this tree branch here that's laying onto the ground with some moss on it. And just in front of the water we got a little bit of water flowing, and with the 8 seconds we get a smooth, silky waterfall. And I'm making this video for all the beginner photographers out there. I wish I would have known a little bit more about tripods in the beginning when I started out with landscape photography, because in the beginning I had a flimsy tripod, but I didn't know better. And after a year or three I bought my first entry-level tripod, that I've been using for the past 7 years, and I even use it for my professional work for my architectural clients. It's that good. Now there is a new one. And Three-Legged Thing sent me their new entry-level petty tripod. It's more than an entry-level tripod for me. These are the best tripods out there. I'm a little bit biased because I've used them for so many years now. They have flip locks for locking your tripod legs, but when you push down the locks, they have a spring and they flip in place. It's constructed out of magnesium alloy. For an entry-level tripod, this is crazy sturdy, and it even comes with this screw thread for attaching stuff. Maybe you also want to start photography, and you can attach an arm on it so you can film the back of your screen of your camera, or just for filming yourself and taking photos at the same time. The legs are extendable with flip locks. They're super easy to use, and also the feet are detachable, so you can put other feet onto it. And one of the legs is detachable, so you can use it as a monopod. And this tripod goes all the way up to 1.63 meters, and folded up it just goes to 45 centimeters. But enough about this amazing tripod. Let's get shooting again. In front of me I got a fallen branch here on the ground. Some of the branches are sticking into the sky, but this branch is covered with moss, and with the light hitting the moss, it really creates for a cool atmosphere. I'm surprised I'm gonna say this, but sadly enough we got a little bit of sunlight in the back of this picture, so in post-processing I have to bring it down a little bit to not get distracted from the highlights. And the scene is a little bit cluttered because we got all of the other trees in the back of this frame, but I'm shooting here those two branches sticking out of this tree trunk lying on the floor. And again, if you watched my videos recently when I'm shooting a lot more in the forest, I'm gonna use a shallow depth of field to only focus on this tree branch and have the back a little bit out of focus, so this tree branch pops out a little bit out of this out of the frame, or pops out of its surroundings. I slightly underexposed this frame a little bit because I don't want to deal a lot with the highlights of the sunlight in the back and also from the sky, because it's opening up right now. And with underexposing this picture, I'm gonna bring back the highlights on this tree trunk to really make it pop out of this scene and have the rest of the forest a little bit darker, like it's a little bit of a moody atmosphere in this forest. And still talking about tripods, make sure you use your whole capacity of your tripod. Like this tripod, I can put my legs like horizontal, but I can even reverse the middle column. I can put my camera upside down onto this tripod, and you can do it with all the tripods from Three-Legged Thing. So don't only use your tripod on the full length, but also go very low with your tripod and still have a stabilized image. I got a feeling that I'm improving a little bit in my woodland photography, because the last weeks the weather was so bad that I was forcing myself a little bit to go into the forest and search for compositions over there, because I'm a little less independent of the light. In the beginning I had a little bit of complications with finding a good composition, but I have the feeling it's starting to get better a little bit. Do you think I'm improving my woodland photography?